Hey guys, my name is Crazy Penguin, and welcome to the first Tribes Ascend comparison video. In this series I'm going to compare two weapons, generally from the same class, and it's generally going to be the default weapon compared to something that you need to unlock. That way you can see if it's worth your time. In this episode we're going to be covering the Pathfinder's light Spinfusor and his bolt launcher. Alright, so first off, the Spinfusor. It does 770 damage with a direct shot, and about a 550 splash, and as little as 275. You're not really going to see that. They're generally going to be 500 to 550 for splash damage. And then with the bolt launcher, it does 877 damage, which is about 100 more, and the splash again about 100 more. You're going to see about a 600 to a 650 splash normally. They have the same clip size, obviously. They have to reload after every shot, and they have the exact same amount of ammo, unupgraded and upgraded. Alright, so now we're going to test the fire rate. I'm going to pull these guys up side by side, and we're going to shoot them at the exact same time. I'll line it up frame by frame, and we're going to shoot 10 shots. Time it from the very start of the first one, and then I'm going to stop it at the start of the last shot. That way I can keep it consistent, because, you know, after the shot, trying to figure out when the gun stands still, that might be different for all of them, etc., etc. So, here we go. The end of the Spinfusor, 14 seconds and 26 100ths. And the bolt launcher is 16 seconds and 28 100ths. About a 2-second difference over 10 shots, which isn't super significant, but as you saw, it translated to about 1 extra shot fired from the extra time it took the bolt launcher to reload. Overall, not super significant, but it's there. So the light Spinfusor has a slightly better fire rate than the bolt launcher. And the only other thing worth mentioning between the two is that the bolt launcher is a ballistic weapon, meaning that it shoots in an arc rather than in a straight line. Alright, so we got all the stats out of the way, and if you look at the stats you might be thinking, well, the bolt launcher is obviously better, it does more damage, everything else is the same. Well, that is true, but I don't think that it's better. I will say up front, I am a little biased. I personally like the Spinfusor better, and you're going to see this breakdown kind of tailored towards that. This is all my opinion, of course. Welcome to disagree with me. Between the light Spinfusor and the bolt launcher, I'd have to say that the reason I like the Spinfusor better is because it's more consistent. I can shoot the thing and I know where the projectile is going to go. Just about every class has a Spinfusor. You're kind of used to it just out of consistency. On top of that, there's no bullet drop or arc because it's not a ballistic weapon, and it makes it so that if I need to clear out a stand or shoot anything, I know where my bullet's going to go. It's not going to take me 3 or 4 shots to get on target. And then if I'm being shot at, or I have to move around, I'm just going to have a harder time with the bolt launcher getting those things to land. As far as the damage, an extra 100 damage is nice in some scenarios, so don't get me wrong, I will use the bolt launcher from time to time. It's just that my go-to is probably the light Spinfusor. As far as the bolt launcher goes, it's great if you need that extra damage. That's the only thing it has going for it. It's going to allow you to take out heavies. It's probably a little bit better for dueling and chasing, with the exception of one thing. The light Spinfusor does less damage, therefore it does less damage to you if you choose to Spinfusor jump. If you're using the bolt launcher to jump, you're not going to be able to do it nearly as often. And that means when chasing, if you need to make up a lot of ground, I generally like the Spinfusor because I can Spinfusor jump to get where I'm going and then save all my nitrons to try and dislodge the flag from their carrier. It's all personal preference. Most people generally think that because you have to unlock something, it's going to be an upgrade. That's not necessarily true, or else this would be pay to win. It's generally a side grade giving you more options, more utility, and different choices. But I wouldn't say that the bolt launcher is better by any means. It has a little bit higher learning curve with the arc, it does a little bit more damage, but overall I wouldn't say that it's better than the light Spinfusor. It all comes down to preference. So in the end, the point of this video is to let you make up your own mind and see whether or not it's worth going for the upgrade or putting on the back burner, saving it for a later date. Anyway guys, that does it for this breakdown video. If you liked it, be sure to let me know in the comments. If you disagree with anything I said, again, down in the comments let me know. I'm learning just like you guys are. I'm a noob to this game. I got some stats, I went into a private server and I shot some bullets. This is just my opinion. Hopefully I can help you develop your opinion on these weapons as well. If you like this kind of content, be sure to check out some of our other stuff. We have a lot of tribe stuff going up recently. We have a lot of Modern Warfare 3 and plenty of content throughout the channel. Feel free to check it out, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.